merlawet lapoi terempoi luruk manule yo. Yo made deke made dijile. Le. Let's take a crowd on the
Hello there. Am I excited to see all of you here today? How is everyone doing? My name is Ricky and I'm a flying fox, or more known as a giant fruit bat. A pleasure to meet all of you here today. Did you know that I am the only flying mammal and the largest bat out there? Here in Malaysia, you can find me in forests, in mangroves, and even on islands where there are plenty of fruits and flowers for me to feed on. Flying foxes like me have been around for millions of years, and we do have plenty of stories to tell. Stories that have been passed down from generation to generation, from my parents to their grandparents to their great-grandparents. All of these stories are known as folktales. Are you ready for some folktales today?
Yes!
Ah, great. I have just the right one to kickstart our journey today. But I need to see if Tok Gua Janggut is awake. Let's check. Selamat pagi, Tok Gua Janggut. Are you there? Ricky. The same old here in Gua Musang, Kelantan. My bones are weary. My memory sometimes rusty. But I am expecting visitors here today. Oh, who are they, Tok Gua Janggut? Oh, my regular yet very special guests, the Menriqs people who have been visiting me here on this Nenggiri river for thousands of years. Did you know, Ricky, the Menriqs people are one of the Orang Asli of Peninsular Malaysia. They are also one of the smallest groups of people that you can find in Kelantan. For 25 generations, they have sent their shamans to look after me. As you can see, my home is very remote and it's actually forbidden for outsiders to come here. Hey, Ricky, did you know that I am the holiest place in Kelantan for the Menriqs? And they revere me as the center of the earth. I am also very important to 18 other tribes. See, behind here, Ricky, this river also flows through and around many other caves, like Gua Che and Gua Cawe in Kelantan. Ricky, this reminds me of a giantess I once knew who lived on the banks of the Pahang River. Oh, what happened to her, to Gua Janggut? Ricky, her name was Sang Kelembai, and she loved to eat fruit, meat, and the soft leaves that you can find at the top of bamboo plants. This you can usually find along the river. Ricky, do you know? She is 3 times bigger as a normal person. She had thick eyebrows, a big fat nose, and big elephant ears and fangs. But despite how she looked, she loved playing with children, and she didn't have any problems with the villagers. In fact, they liked Sang Kelembai so much that they supplied her with food. But Ricky, what she didn't know was that she had a strange power. Petrification. Ricky, do you know what that is? Petrification. It is the ability to turn anyone into stone simply by just looking in the eye. This is called the curse of Sang Kelembai. She first realized her power after she said hi to an elephant and her calf in the forest. She turned them into stone without meaning to. The next day, she arrived at a village where a feast was being held. She spoke to the other villagers. Maafkan saya. And looked at them. But, oh dear Ricky, now all the villagers were turned into stone too. Then she happened to pass by an old man who was cooking a big pot of broth. Apa khabar? But she refused to return his greeting. Because of his poor eyesight, he did not recognize her as the infamous Sang Kelembai. He invited her to join the kenduri. Meh, sila-sila. But Sang Kelembai tried to run away from this man. She suddenly tripped. Apa cat? Sila-sila! Uttering the same words. Upon hearing this, the old man instantly turned into stone. Sang Kelembai was so upset at what happened to the innocent old man. Alamak! Upset, she then lifted the big cooking pot and threw it into the Pahang River. From that day on, Ricky, she would wander from place to place, trying her best not to speak to anyone. Many days went by, and she reached a village that she had never seen before. She carefully slipped into the fruit orchard to find for some bananas. The villagers, who had been warned about her fearsome power, quickly gathered to discuss how they could drive her away.
Maka timbul cerita, timbul nak raya akan Sang Kelembai masuk dalam kapal. Alah ni Sang Kelembai lah ni pakat duduk tegur orang habis tukar jadi batu. Maka Tok pada masa ini hari nak buat kira bicara pula dengan anak-anak nak cari jalan. Macam mana nak perambat kes Sang Kelembai keluar daripada kapur supaya tidak mengganggu habis. Okey. Ni anak-anak nak tanya ni. Tok nak tanya. Macam mana cara kita nak halau Sang Kelembai tu?
Macam mana tu? Macam mana tu?
Okey, tanya dia tanya orang balik. Cubalah fikir anak-anak. Tolong Tok fikir.
Tak bolehlah Tok. Macam mana Tok?
Sudah kejo. Kalau begitu bagi Tok fikir sebentar.
Aduh, cepatlah Tok.
Tok jumpa dah. Sudah jumpa cara.
Working together, they placed a big toothless old woman in the cradle along the path of Sang Kelembai. They also arranged some tortoises around the cradle and surrounded it with short stems of bamboo. When Sang Kelembai was making her way out of the village, she came upon an old woman lying in the cradle. She was astounded by what she thought was a huge baby and that the tortoises were enormous fleas. She probably thought the baby must be eating the bamboo as though they were sugarcane. She thought the village must be populated by giants, perhaps bigger and stronger than she was. Terrified, she ran away into the jungle as far as she could and was never to be seen again. What cunning villagers! Have you seen Sang Kelembai since Tok Gua Janggut? Hey, Ricky, I'm afraid not, my dear boy. She must have left her mark where she went because of the many stones and boulders that you see along the river. They bear an uncanny resemblance to her. Hey, Ricky, she must be as lonely as I am. What's wrong, Tok Gua Janggut? Why do you look so sad? Oh, Ricky, I'm afraid that I will not last very long. Look at what was done to my friend, Batu Bang, just down this river. He was blown up to be made into a quarry. Soon, my home will be danger. I am in danger. There will be a huge dam built here that will flood everything. The forest, wildlife, the ancestral lands of the villages of the Orang Asli. My memories, my friends, my guests, my way of culture, all will be submerged. Ricky, please tell everyone, far and wide, to remember me and my stories. Let's all help him and repeat after me. If Tok Gua Janggut disappears, his stories will disappear too.
His stories will disappear too. His stories will disappear.
What a journey we've been on together today. The places you have seen, the stories you have heard, and the songs and dances you have experienced. But like all good stories, this one has to end. Friends, let's make sure the stories we have in Malaysia will continue to be around for years to come. So always remember that as long as we do not forget, these places will never disappear.
si Bade dengan Radong